Hello, everyone. You okay? Happy Tuesday. Got loads to show you tonight. Absolutely chock full show tonight. Full of Garden Grown, which is our special, but also I have got loads of samples to show you ahead of our Sewing Street shows on Thursday. I'm really excited. So what I'm going to do, what the plan is that we are going to look at Garden Grown to start off with, have a quick demo, and then I'm going to go through all of the beautiful samples that Marie and Bernadette and I have made, and you are going to love them. I have sneak peeked a few already, haven't I, over the past few weeks, but I'm actually going to be showing you all of them. I'm dead excited. I can't wait for you to see them. Hi Marie, hi Denise, thanks for joining. Hi Bernadette. When you do come in, just give us a little wave, let me know you're here. I'm going to waffle for a few moments until I've got some more people here. But I do know that there are some people sitting there watching, so I'm not just going to sit here like that. We'll have a little chat. How are you all anyway? You all okay? Have you had a good day? I've had a lovely day. Oh yes, I'll tell you more about that later. But yeah, it's exciting. Thursday shows are at 9 AM and we've got Sir Wild, as in Sir, wild as in wild animals, and they're really wild, like super wild animals. You're gonna fit when you see them. They're ferocious. And then we've got Sunflower Song, which is at 11. So I'm on at 9 AM and 11 AM with our lovely Stuart. Can't wait. Looking forward to being back in the Sewing Street studio. I've also been working on the Halloween as well, because a lot of people have been asking for Halloween fabrics. So we've done that. The show's diary date for you. The show's for those are the 5th of September. We've got, can't remember, I think it's 9 o'clock off the top of my head. And then we've got another show a bit later on with things that we've done previously, just as a little recap. But yeah, there's samples. Actually, you can just see the corner of one there. But I'm not going to sneak peek them yet. No, you'll have to wait. Hi Donnie, how are you? I hope you've had a good day. Have you been busy at work? Yeah, it's been great today. Okay, so I'll tell you, we went out for lunch. We went to the Toby. We love a Toby. Caroline's here. Hi Caroline, and hi Journey. All right, love. Hope everyone's all right. Yeah, I went and pogged myself at lunchtime. I love it when we go out for lunch because it means I don't have to cook. It means I get out and making lunch, and I also get out and making dinner. Graham's on late today, so he's going to be going off to work in a little while. But yeah, it was nice to have a big feed with Yorkshire puddings. Carolyn says, hi Hels, we'll watch and catch up as we'll need to leave soon to pick up grandson. Still not happy with Hobby Maker site. Still unable to access either way apart from YouTube. I know they have been having some issues since they went from .co.uk to .com, haven't they? I'm not quite sure. I'm not techie enough to know what to do. All I do know is that they are working on it, so hopefully it won't take much longer and then you'll be able to access it. Hi Sarah Jane, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I've had a lovely day. Just saying, I've been to Toby, stuffed my face. 4 roast potatoes and some roast pork and only half a Yorkshire pudding. We shared a Yorkshire pudding because the Yorkshire puddings there, they're like the size of my head. They're way too big. And some mash, and I had some veggies as well. I had some cauliflower. Bit disappointed that they'd mixed cabbage with peas. And I love cabbage, but I can't stand peas with gravy, so I didn't have that. Angela's here. Hi Angela, how are you? Hope you're okay. Right, let's get crack-a-lacking. because I've got so much to show you. I'm going to concentrate on today's offer to start off with, which is Garden Grown. Now, Garden Grown is one of our kits. There are 30 A4 sheets that you can download, normally £4.99. Today's offer is half price, it's £2.49. If you are in the Coven Club, it works out at £1.86. So, hi Debbie, how are you? Hope you're okay. So, Garden Grown has been one of my go-to ones if I've needed any kind of card, because it's all florals. You know me, I love my florals. Sarah Jason, she went out for a roast today too. Were yours as nice as mine? I bet it was. And I know I've asked this before, do you put mint sauce on your roast dinner if you're not having lamb? Because I do. I put mint sauce on everything. I love it. I always have mint sauce. I've even taught my southern husband to put mint sauce on roast dinner, and he does it now as well. No, I had bit mint sauce, bit stuffing, bit of apple sauce. In fact, the apple sauce was trying to escape off the plate. Claire's here. Hi Claire, love. How are you? I hope you're all right. Right, so Garden Grown. In the collection, you have got 4 sets of toppers, 4 decorative papers, 4 essential papers, 4 solid colours. You've got 4 A4 size inserts. Sarah says she don't, but her dad does. Is he from North? I think it is a northern thing. Tina's here. Hello, Tina. Hope you're okay. So as well as 4 inserts, you've got 1 sheet of flowers, 1 leaves, 1 tags, 1 pennants, 1 bows, and 1 of your strip sentiments. You've also got 2 sets of alphabets in uppercase and lowercase in 4 colourways. And then you've also got your poetry toppers. You've got 6x6, 6x4, plus your DL. And I've just realised I've not brushed my teggies, so I'm wondering, I hope I've not got any bits of mint sauce hanging around in there. He's not from North? Oh, he's just got very good taste. Pauline's here. Hello, Pauline. We're just talking about putting mint sauce on a dinner, on a roast dinner that's not lamb. I haven't... Oh, you see, Marie, she's posh. She has cranberry with hers as well. She has mint sauce and cranberry sauce. So I do like a bit of cranberry as well, but I didn't have turkey. Just at the pork. Oh, it was lush. Anyway, let's crack on, because I'll be making myself hungry again, even though I've eaten a plate the size of my head. This is your first set of toppers. These are your circles. And as ever, these are sized that they'll fit with your nesting dies. And don't forget, this is flipped. Just to remind you, because it's a forward-facing camera, so it's flipped. If you're watching on YouTube, you're thinking, what's she on about? It's the right way around. That's because Kevin does some wizardry and flips it the right way. But yeah, everything's backwards at the moment, sorry. But that's only so I can see what's going on. Because otherwise, you'd probably just get my left nostril in the top corner of the page. There's your next one. Those are your squares, and you've got all your extra sentiments on there. And then the next one is one of your lovely concept cards. So there you've got all of the beautiful colours. Look at those gorgeous florals that you've got on there. So these two make 6x6 cards. If you just literally printed them out, but print them out loads of times and lay them up. Don't forget you can resize them as well in your print options. And then finally you've got all of these squares. Now these are fabulous toppers, but you could also be using these if you're making miniature cards. You could be using them as background papers, or you can cut them out, add them, make them into little embellishments. I've done that with this set. And then finally, let me hold that the right way for you. These are a couple of the poetry toppers. 6x6 and 6x4 on this one. And it says, just for you. I'm going to read it to you. A friend is a gift we're given in life, a treasure that brings us pure joy and delight. Someone who listens when we need to vent and give us their love and support without end. I have a friend who is truly one of a kind, a rare gem that I'm lucky to call mine. She's always there when I need a helping hand and understands me in a way no one else can. We've laughed and cried and shared so much, our bond growing stronger with each gentle touch. She's seen me through my darkest days and never judged or turned away. See, I've got a friend like that, my Andrea. She never watches. She's got little or no interest in craft. She used to. That's how I met her. We met through crafting. And then she got fed up and gave it all up. I know. How can you give it up? She gave me a lot of stuff, though. She says, evil giggle. Right, Sarah Jane's asking, is mint sauce and cranberry sauce together? I think it'll be on the same plate there, Sarah Jane. And Angela's saying, not a lover of mint sauce. Oh, aren't you? Oh, I love my mint sauce. Pork pie, mushy peas and mint sauce. Right, so I'm going to do a demo. Like I said, I want to crack on with this because I've got tons to show you. So what I'm going to do is flip the camera around so you can actually have a look at me. So shut your eyes while we do a whizzle. There we go, and we'll whiz around, and then I'm just going to get that lined up. So hopefully we are in the right area. It's a bit quieter tonight as well because I'll start speaking English in a minute. I haven't had to put the fan on because it's not as warm as it could be. Right, I've prepared everything, but I've also made a 7x7 card. So what I've done here is scored that. I've made that a bit bigger, so it's 7 inches across, and then this one I've added an extra 1/4 and a bit inch to that side, so scored it, and then that's now going to fit. And this side I've cut off a tiny little bit there, so it's not quite square. So it's 7 inches that way, but probably about 6 and 7/8 that way. It would help if I gave you centimetres, wouldn't it? Right, so making your own card blank, really, really simple. The reason why I've made it shorter is because sometimes it'll stick out a bit too much on this side once you've stuck it down. Steph says she gave up crafting when she got divorced, then got into it again and had to buy everything again. Oh, how typical is that, Steph? I'm glad you got back into it though. I don't think I could ever give up crafting. I think I'd be bored not doing stuff. I like being creative. It's like when I had all that time sitting with my leg in the air after I'd had my foot operation twice. I ended up, because obviously I couldn't do much, I ended up doing cross stitches, didn't I? Because I just can't sit there and do now. I like to be busy. Right, next up, look at that colour. I've got a cardigan in that colour. I know, you only ever see me in black, don't you? Because I'm a witch. Obviously, I wear black all the time. But occasionally I do wear colour. Not often. Right, so I'm just going to add a bit of glue to that. This has been printed onto 250 GSM. So it's a nice sturdy weight. And look, the printer loved printing the pinks. It's when there's a green that it's got an issue, it starts throwing a hissy fit. And then I've got a bit of white card. So obviously, if you're being frugal, then you're going to cut out the centre of this so you're not wasting anything. If it's a bit wonky, it's because I'm sitting at a funny angle. But I've got that stamp somewhere that says embrace your wonkiness. What glue do you use now? Steph, I'm using Pinflair bookbinding glue. It's brilliant stuff. It sticks so quickly, and it's a real proper good stick. I use it if I want to stick something permanently onto fabric. I use it for that as well because it's your bookbinding. So it dries completely clear and matte. Right, next up I've got some of the pattern paper. Love this. It reminds me of like wisteria leaves. It's got that lovely vine effect to it. Sarah's saying, I had my foot in plaster for 9 weeks earlier in the year and had to knit and crochet as I had to sit with my leg in the air too. I know. Isn't it horrible? When I had my toe sorted, it was purgatory, sitting there doing that. Hazel's here. Hi Hazel, how are you? No worries. I'm usually late anyway, aren't I? I was actually on time tonight. There we go. So now I've done that. What I've also done is I have printed one of the inserts. Now the insert's beautiful. They've got these gorgeous designs on them. I love this one. This is like my favourite colour of hydrangea. And it's hydrangea leaves. And what I've done is I've cut all the way around the inside and then I've cut it out so it's made its own little wreath. And then let me just give that a little wiggle around. What I've also done is taken a second one and I've cut out some extra bits, but because I'm an idiot, I didn't actually stick them on. So now we've got to find where they go. Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. Because I've got some more stuff, I'm going to lay that around about there. So the second one that I've printed it on sturdier. This is on 200 GSM, just so it's got a bit of depth to it. And then I've also got one of the sentiments, so it's the sending one wishes, see how everything matches in together, which is going to go round about there-ish. And then I've got some more of these flowers. Let me put my lid on my glue, because otherwise it'll dry up. And then, remember when I showed you that topper page? What have I done with toppers? There you are. Right, topper page. Not that one. Which one was it? That one. Right, what I've done, you can see I've taken that. And I've cut it out. Because that, I wanted the leafy bit. And then that one is this little topper here, which I've cut out, and then the sending one wishes has come from there. And what I've done is just cut around it, so I've given it a white border, so it means that I don't have to mat and layer it. It'll be sneaky like that with your stuff, especially when you're printing digitally. Sarah Jane said, we'll finally get to be back in matching shoes tomorrow, hopefully for the first time since mid-March. 9 weeks in plaster, non-weight bearing, and I've been in a boot for 12 weeks. Oh, bless you, Sarah Jane. Do you know what? I was so fortunate with my operation this time. Last time, obviously, it was horrific and it went horribly wrong. But when he fused my big toe, I was 8 weeks on crutches in one of those horrible surgical sandals, straight into trainers, and started walking pretty much straight away. Got told off. Graham's uncle's a physiotherapist and he told me off because I was trying to do too much. But I can even wear a little heel now, which is great. I'm so pleased. But yeah, I know the relief you're going to have to actually get some proper shoes on. And it's boring just sitting around, isn't it? You know, the idea of, oh, I'm going to have a few days where I'm just going to sit and do nothing is great until you actually realise that this is going on far too long. So what I'm going to do here is cut out some of these extra little petals, because I'm going to raise them up, not all of them, so that's why I've not done the whole wreath. But I thought if I just cut a few extras, that might look a bit nice. And then we've got differences in the sizes and the depths. I'm going to bring that around there. We're going to come in here like so. Wendy's saying, hi Hels, oh sorry I'm late, sitting in the field watching this while dogs and horses are running around. That sounds like perfection. Is it nice weather where you are, Wendy? Because I know a lot of people have had some pretty heavy rain today, haven't they? We had a shower, we were lucky. It was just a little shower. It's beautiful out there now. I need to go out and do some watering. Oh, and I know what I meant to tell you. You know, last week I said, does anyone know how to get your tomatoes to ripen? Well, I've got one that's red, nearly ready to pick, and I've probably got 6 or 7 that are on their way to being red. So it's going to be tomatoes galore in a few days' time. Wendy's saying, yeah, just windy. Is it windy, Wendy? Apologies. Right then, so let's put some 3D foam on the back here. It's a bit breezy here and all the tree. I've got trees at the back and they're all blowing about. We tidied up the garden the other day. I swept everything up because there's some sycamore trees and they throw down those little helicopters. So I swept them all up and then I went back out again 10 minutes later and there were even more. Oh, Sarah said she had a new car since April, not been able to drive it yet. Oh, I know what you mean. It's horrible, isn't it, when you're having to rely on someone. We got a little system going. I've got, you know, those chili bottles that you can keep hot stuff or cold stuff in. I'd have a couple of those with boiling water in, so, and they were a bit cider me so I could make me coffee. And then I've got one of those big flasks that you can put cold drinks in and ice cubes. So I got my Ribena in those. That one could go there. Let's stick that down, make sure it's in the right place. But yeah, it is really frustrating. So I'm hoping that you're going to have loads of freedom now. Marie, your tomatoes, are they red? Because mine are so slow. It's my gardener's delight. They're as green can be. I've got 4 big trusses and all of them are really green. And yet cucumbers, I can't keep up with blooming cucumbers. I've got loads. And I'm not going to admit that I sat and ate half a cucumber like an apple the other day. Sarah said she did that with a thermos cup. That's it. That's it, isn't it? When you've got to rely on someone, it's terrible. And don't even get me started about having a shower. That was awful. Someone said, "Oh, get some of that dry shampoo. It's brilliant." No, it's not. It makes your scalp all itchy. So I dispensed of that. And if anyone came to see me, I'd say, "Oh, don't come too close. I whiff." Right, let's pop that on there. So can you see I've lifted those up a little bit? And then what I want to do is add this one, that one first, because I'm just going to bob that in there. I want that to go up and kind of drape, but I'm not that fussed for those flowers. But they're nice in the background a little bit. So I thought that one would look good, like so. And then Sending Warm Wishes can just hang around about there. Baby powder is good hair cleaner. Yeah, sometimes if I'm being a lazy moo and my fringe looks a bit greasy, I just run a bit of baby powder through it because I'm blonde, you see, so it doesn't show. And when you've got a bit of grey at the root, it shows even less. Not that I'd know, obviously, because I have no grey hairs. Who am I trying to kid? It's a sign of wisdom. Couldn't even go to the bathroom on my own. That's terrible. At least I had that because I was allowed to walk about on crutches. But thankfully I've got a downstairs loo. Right, so that's going to go around about there. So what I want to do is not put any 3D foam on that side. So I can stick that down and just add a bit of wet glue there. So, because that's the same depth, and it's going to sit about there, so it's nice and flat. And then this chap can go around about there. So can you see there's a little bit of a flower popping up. And what I'm going to do with this is just give it a little curve. And then I'm going to pinch the leaves, like so. Those of you who've joined after I did my big long spiel about what we're using, this is a kit called Garden Grown and it is on special offer at the moment. It's usually £4.99, but today it is £2.49, and if you are in the Coven Club it works out at £1.86. There are 30 sheets in total, so there's loads to be playing with. Let's pop that there. There we go. That'll do. Marie's saying grey hairs. Yeah, you are very wise. The more grey you have, the wiser you are. That's what my grandma always used to say to me, because she was completely white by the time she was in her mid-30s. She had beautiful white hair, not grey. And I always hoped that I'd take after her, but alas. We used to do it when we were exercising the forces. Oh, with the baby powder in your hair. It's a good idea. Right, so I've added some glue to the centre of my flowers because I'm now going to come in and add some little pearls. I am going to stick them in the middle. I'm not going to chuck them all over the place. But as usual, if you add that little extra dot of glue, it means that if you are going to post this, those gems are going to stay in place and they are not going to go popping off all over the envelope. There we go. We've got that one. Oh, I've already done that one. And then slightly larger for that flower there, because that's a bit bigger. So I'll have one slightly larger. And there we go. And I'm going to leave it at that. Well, I'm not, am I? Because you know what I'm like. I like to do my additions. And I'm still having an argument with this bottle of Stickles, you know. I know, and I keep saying I'm going to buy some more. I am. Because it really is cheesing me off. Because it's got a blockage. Look. I've got a pin just purely now for this stick. Because you can actually see the blockage. But I can't get the lid off to rinse it out. It's like a sealed unit. Oh, now look. Stop it. Stop being naughty. I just want to add some sparkles to this pink because I think it looks lovely. So I'm just going to add a few little lines. And then once it starts being a pain, I'm going to put it to one side because I only wanted a little bit anyway. There we go. Sarah said mine's going white too. It is a sign of wisdom. I think it helps if your hair's lighter because then it's not quite so obvious, is it? Right then. I reckon that that's about done. I'm not going to put anything else on it. So I've used one of the solids, one of the decorative papers, this is one of the inserts, it's the jazzy bit, and also a couple of the toppers which I've cut into to make my extra embellishments. And then I send in one which is at a jazzy wonky angle, just purely because it can be. And everything that I make is always wonky anyway, isn't it? So there you go. That is garden grown. So shut your eyes while I twizzle you around. Hello. Right. I'm going to wet my whistle before I go any further because now this is where motor mouth is going to start because I have got so much to show you. Right. Are you ready? So on Thursday, 9 AM and 11 AM, Sewing Street, 2 brand new collections. The first one is called Sunflower Song. Now, I've set up all of the samples over here. So what I'm going to do is bring them in. This is Sunflower Song, and I'm going to go through, I'm going to hold up the samples. So Bernadette and Marie have both been very busy, and I have as well, obviously. Thanks, Tracy. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Sarah. Yep. Angela's saying lovely card, thank you. And Moya's just arrived. Hello, love. Right, so got an apron. So this is Sunflower Song, and this is one of your first panels. So these are all fabric panels, and this is your first one. It's got a lovely pocket. All you need to do is provide your own lining, so just a bit of calico or your own white fabric. You've got straps, which if you wanted to, you can stitch them together or just make one strap that goes over the head. I like these because you can just tie them as tight or as slack as you want. And then it's also got all of this beautiful detail all the way around the edge. So that is the first. I'm never going to fold these up as neat. And don't worry if they're a bit rumpled. I don't bother ironing them until I get into the green room. Because if I iron them now to show you, I'm going to have to iron them again. So that's a lot of ironing. And I like my ironing, but not that much. Right, so that's that one. And then next I have got, where's it gone? What have I done with it? Bear with. Here it is. Right, so this is something completely new for Crafty Witches. Marie's saying that's gorgeous. It is, isn't it? I absolutely love this collection. And this is one of mine. I had to write instructions for this as well. It had me up all night scratching my head. And then, you know when you just have that brainwave that, aha. So what you're getting is, it's a peg bag which hangs by a strap. And I've used a snap fastener because I've got a little bit of a story. You know me and machines, they tend to dislike me. My sewing machine buttonhole maker won't work. I've tried it in several different ways. I've tried speaking nicely to it. I've prayed to it. It didn't want to work, so it went into the drawer and I used my snap fasteners. Took the frustration out putting these in because I've got a hammer. You have to use the hammer. But yeah, this is the peg bag, so it's fully lined. And you'll see it's got beautiful lining as well. It's fab, isn't it, Marie? I absolutely love this. I am going to demo this. I mean, I have done the instructions for it as well, but I'm going to demo it. What's Marie? Send it to me and I'll try it. You can have it with great pleasure, because I have branched out from metal snaps. I've bought myself some of those plastic snaps, you know, with the snap setter, instead of braying away with a hammer. Yeah, buttons. Who needs buttons? I've got a snap. I did snap, I tell you that much. Right, so that's your peg bag. Next, we have got a beautiful zippy bag, and this is one of the square panels. Actually, I think she's used two. This is one of Bernadette's, and you know the big panel that we've got with the 8 squares, so they're 35 by 35 centimetre squares. So Bernadette has made this gorgeous zippy bag. I love that. I love the style where that zip is then closed at the top. I like that. Looks different, doesn't it? It's just something a little different. And then next up I have got, what's this one? This is the 5 by 5 alphabets and 5 by 5 coordinating squares. And Bernadette has put these together and made a shopper. You see, Marie's going to smile when she sees this, because Marie and Bernadette are really on the same wavelength. You wait until I show you something else in a bit. I smiled when I opened up the packages this morning. Thank you, ladies. I did have a little cheeky smile to myself, because you two are so on the same wavelength. So these are squares, and they've been quilted together, and then you've got a sizable shopping bag. I might have to give that a test, she says, because I use cloth bags. I made a load of cloth bags. Have you seen Stuart's book? I can't remember what it's called. Bags for Life, it's called. It's under there on my bookshelf. I won't have a funny do there, don't worry. And he does a handy shopper there that rolls up into like a sausage. So I've got loads of those. Never roll them up though, because I don't put them in my bag. They all just come with me. And every single time, without fail, when I go shopping, somebody always goes, I like your shopping bags. Where did you buy those? It's like I made them. Right, next up, I have got the 4 square panels plus 3-inch alphabets from Bernadette. Now look at that. And it's personalised. Isn't that cool? That is so going to be used. Thank you, Bernadette. I absolutely love it. So yeah, the 3-inch alphas are great because they're perfect just for adding in your own little words if you want to. And you've also got all your coordinating ones in there as well. So what Bernadette's done with this is you've got that one of the 8 panels, 35 by 35, and then cut one down a little bit, and then just quilted it. It looks fab, doesn't it? I know, Marie, I said, oh wow, when I tell you what I always do whenever I get samples from you girls, I'm always like, wow. And this one is from Marie, and this is something else that's brand new from the Crafty Witches, and we're calling it the Fat Quarter Potion Pack. Now, thank you, Bernadette. Now, this is a brand new concept. I haven't actually got one to show you because I used them all. Well, I actually did share them out, but I needed them as well. And basically, you've got 3 full fat quarters, then you've got loads of 5 by 5 squares, then you've got a long strip along the bottom, and then you've got 2 long strips at the side. So you'll see it on Thursday. That's why we're calling it a Persian pack, because as well as getting you 3 fat quarters, you've also got some squares, which is what Marie has used for this. So you'll see you've got your squares there. And again, this is Sunflower Song. This is beautiful. And then on the back, I love that. Just those little squares on the back. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Marie. And then the straps are made from one of the strips. Everything just matches so beautifully. Right. And then next I have got, what have I got here? Right, this is the 8 panel. These are all the 8 panels. So there are a couple of 8 panels. This is from Sunflower Song. So I'm going to hold these up. These are beautiful cushion covers that Marie has made. Look at that. Isn't it just glorious? And have a look at the fabric as well. Because with our 8 panels, they're 35 by 35 square. And you've got 4 that have got features like that. And then you've also got 4 that have got your background fabrics that coordinate as well. So you can literally make whatever you want. Bags, cushions, you name it. This one, Marie's done some quilting on that. So just add a bit of wadding and you've got your gorgeous quilting. I love the purples and yellows together. They just, I think these look like peonies. They're just absolutely stunning. And then you see the leafy colour there has actually been introduced in the back as well. So that is one of the, oh, just chuck that in the bin. Didn't mean to. This didn't chuck it on the floor like I normally do. Right, so we've got a bag here, and this one is your 3-inch squares. So 3-inch squares have been so popular. There are 120 squares in total. You've got 2 full alphabets, plus 2 lots of extra vowels, plus a couple of extra popular letters, so like T and P. You've got a few extras there. And you've also got all your coordinating ones as well. So here we've got shop and ping, shopping. That's why I smiled, because Bernadette had done shop on one of her bags. And on the back, look at that. You've got some little appliqued hearts and the word heart as well. Love that. That's a really good size. If a bag is big enough to fit a shoebox in for when I go shopping, I'm very happy. Nikki's here. Hi, Nikki. You all right, love? We're looking through the fabrics for my shows on Thursday. So next up, I've got 2 tea cozies because I love doing the tea cozies. So I have some and the girls have had some. So this one is Marie's. And Marie's done some freehand quilting on that. So it's this tea time on one side, relax on the other, and then you'll see there is also that coordinated fabric. And on mine, because I haven't tried my freehand quilting, I've got my gloves, but I've just not had time to try freehand yet. I've just done boring lines. I will try, honest, promise. Is that it for that? Oh, it is. Right. No, it's not. I've got another thing to show you as well. No, I'll show you that in a minute. Right, so the fat quarters that I was on about. So a fat quarter Persian pack. Now, you've seen what Marie and Bernadette have done. This is what I did. Now, I showed you him last week, didn't I? And this is Sunny. What's Marie said? Not boring. That's good. Thank you. So this is Sunny. Now, this is the first bear that I've ever made. I am so pleased with him. He's all squidgy and lovely. Also made his ribbon. His nose is characterful. Yeah, his nose is not very big. I've actually bought some bigger noses, but of course I've sewn him up now, so I can't really get this one out because it's on a safety thing. Believe me, I have tried. I've had the pliers on it. What come out? He's gorgeous, isn't he? Isn't he just lovely? So this is Sunny the Bear, made using 3 of the fat quarters. Right, so that is your, let me bob in there. That is Sunflower Song. And I wanted to show you, this is something that Bernadette has made using the 5x5 alphabet. Now bear this in mind when I show you. So you've got A, B, C, D, E, and then you've got one of your cords there. These are beautiful, aren't they? So I've opened up the Bernadette's package, ta-da, and then I opened up Marie's package. And Marie's made some cubes as well. These girls, they haven't spoken to each other. They're on the same wavelength. So this, I'm moving on now. This is So Wild. So Wild is on at 9 AM. And So Wild, these are these ferocious creatures that I was telling you about. I mean, look, they're really, I'm petrified looking at these. Look at them. You've got the cutest little monkey. Look at the monkey. And then, of course, him. What's not to love? You've got some meerkats. You've got the giraffe. Look at that one. The hippopotamus. What else have you got? Meerkats. Oh, yeah, that one. There we go. So you have got So Wild 5x5 coordinating squares. You see what I mean? I didn't half smile when I saw those. So I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff. So let me grab this and bring it over, because there's very lots to show you. Oh yeah, and Sunflower Song as well. We've got a doorstop. So this is the one that I've made. Now, Marie and Bernadette have both made them. So I've got one as display and then one for the counter. Excuse me. That's what it looks like when it's finished. Now, what I tend to do is stuff it so it holds its shape. Because the last time when Marie made one and she sent it to me, I filled the whole lot with rice and it just went all saggy. It wasn't very attractive. So it's got about 2 kilos of rice, and then it is full to the point with toy stuff in. So that is a doorstop for your Sunflower Song. And you've also got one for the So Wild. So on there you've got the hippopotamus and you've got the elephant. They're very ferocious, aren't they? And then something new is a children's shoulder bag. So this is a brand new design that we've brought this time. This is on also, everything's on a panel, you know that. Full instructions, beautiful strap. It's crossbody. I won't attempt to try and get it on me because I might be short, but I'm not that short. And then inside you've got beautiful lining and a pocket as well. But me being me, because I had 2 of these panels, I thought, right, so that's how it should be. And then this is what happens when you add your own stuff. So the front, done a bit of quilting. I've used one of the straps, folded it in half and stitched it. So you'll see the strap is thinner, but it's still serviceable. Don't know what that is on there. Looks like ink. I haven't been inking, obviously. And then inside I just used some white fabric for lining. So that then meant that I've got extras. So again, one of the straps folded over so it's a bit thinner. The lining is the back, a front, and I added a couple of a little magnetic closure on that one just so it closes. And also I did put a pocket in here. Unfortunately I stitched it in upside down. When I was showing Linda the other day I went, huh? Yeah, the pocket is actually upside down, so but never mind, the children didn't want a pocket anyway. Next up I have got Tea Cozy in the So Wild. So this is Bernadette's. And on one side, you've got those lovely cats. And you've got your meerkats. And again, inside, Bernadette's quilted the inside of this one. Instead of the quilting on the outside, quilting on the inside. We've got a lovely little tie tab at the top. And then here's the one that I've done. And again, I've just done some basic quilting on the outside. And then you've got your gorgeous lining on the inside. So that is your Tea Cozy. And then using the Fat Quarter Potion Pack, Bernadette has made an oven glove to go with the Tea Cozy. That's cool, isn't it? So you've got, I'm assuming, is that part of the one of the fat quarters? I can't remember what that one. Yeah, is what's reversible? Oh, the Tico's is reversible. Oh, look at you! She's done a reversible one. I'd not noticed the little tab inside. Thank you, love. Carol's here. Glenda's here. Hello. Look, it's reversible. Oh, she's dead clever, isn't she? Never would have thought of doing that, but I can see now why you've got the quilting on the inside. Reversible. Mitten. Fat quarter potion pack. Let me move that out of the way. Then we've got a tote bag. We have. I'm going to take that off to start off with because I want to show you the tote bag. So here's the tote bag. Look at, you've got to see this. Look at this lining fabric. Oh la la. Just give me meters of that and I'll be happy. I love that fabric. So your tote bag, you've got your little meerkats. You've got meerkat mama and meerkat baba, front and back. You've got the facing at the top, the lining fabric, and also look who's hiding. You've got your hippopotamus. But of course, because we give you fabric for the pocket lining, no one's going to see that. You can use it if you want to, but why not instead make a little pouch? So what I've done is made a little zippy purse, and I've added a couple of strips of fabric there and a plastic snap, because believe me, I have a snap setter and using it for everything if it doesn't sit still long enough or if it sits still too long. So what I've done with that is added that little plastic snapper. This is the same kind of thing I did for my beach bag, because I have got a little zippy bag that I'll keep the key to the room and my phone and my lip balm, you know, little bits and my watch, so it don't fall into the bottom of my bag. So I thought, right, I'll do that. So it's got its own little zippy bag. Next up, we have got a quilt from Bernadette, and this is using the fat quarter potion back, and these are the squares with a lean back. There we go. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? So the potion pack to make the binding, and then Bernadette has just added in some of her own fabric, which is coordinating, and then you'll see you've got all the gorgeous animals there. This, Bernadette, did you cut up one of the fat quarters to make the squares? Super cute bags. They are so cute, aren't they? I love those little meerkats. Right, next. This is the fat quarter potion pack that Marie had. And these are, this is one of yours, isn't it, Marie? I'm sure it is. Look, those are the squares. No, they're all on the panel. Oh, brilliant, thank you. They're all on the panel, those squares. Look. Little babies. And what Marie's done is made a cushion. Well, a cushion cover with covered buttons. Fabulous. The quilt is gorgeous, isn't it? I do like a lap quilt. Right, so that's that one. Next up, I've got a bag. This is one of Marie's. This is using the 40 5x5 excuse me, coordinating squares. Oh, I need to work my whistle. And what Marie's done is cut them out and then added some fancy stitching. Instead of cutting each individual one and quilting them, because they're all together, you don't need to do that. You can actually save time. So it looks like you've spent hours cutting out and quilting. Well, in actual fact, they're all attached. If you add some fancy stitches over them, oh la la. So I never sussed that out at first. It were only when Marie went, why don't you just do that? I was like, because I'd spent hours cutting them all out. Right, Marie has made this. So this is the children's apron. So look. Do you know what? Bernadette did a reversible and Marie's done a reversible. Are you two been chatting? So you've got the pocket on the front, you've got a pocket on the back, and this is fully reversible. So it depends on what mood you're in. Well, or if your child is in. Actually, that would probably fit me because it's short enough. When, you know, if you go, I have bought an apron, and it was so long I had to shorten it. I did. It's not good being vertically challenged. Right, what's this one? This is the So Wild Adorable Creatures 8-panel. So the 8-panel that Bernadette has used is called 30 Cute. I'm going to show you that in a moment. So look, we've got, look at that. I told you, they're really ferocious, these creatures. And you've got the heifer lump there. Loving this fancy stitching. It really brings it all together. So we've got a bag and then a cushion cover. And again, you've got the beautiful fabrics that go with. So it's the same principle. You've got 4 features with your animals, and then you've got 4 of this gorgeous fabric. So you've got all your coordinating fabrics. This is a square cushion. And look what Marie has done with this. This is how different people do things. So my square cushion is this one. I think I showed you this one last week. It's a really simple cushion. If you have never sewn before and you want to have a go, this would be an ideal place to start because it's straight lines, really easy to cut out, really easy to stitch together. But you can soup it up. Like what Marie's done here is added some wadding and some fancy stitching, and then covered buttons for the back. And what I've done is added pom-poms. I've added some wadding, so there's just a little bit of quilting around it, and then added pom-poms. Anything with a pom-pom I'm going to love, aren't I? I do love a pom-pom. And then finally, what Bernadette has done with the Furry Cute 8-panel is make this. This is absolutely beautiful. This is pinboard. So you'll see you've got the lace in there to pop things in. You've also got some pockets there. So using a couple of the pattern fabrics and then one of the feature fabrics. And that is on a canvas. So this is what I'm assuming, obviously. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bernadette. So you've pulled it taut over some wadding and then stapled it on with some strapping. Having stitched them together, obviously. That's fabulous, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Love. So first and foremost, thank you so much, Marie and Bernadette, because your samples are absolutely incredible. I absolutely love them. Tracy's saying all gorgeous makes, ladies. Yeah, they are, aren't they? And I think the fact there's 3 of us now making fabric samples, it's really nice that we've got different people making different stuff. Even though I am pretty certain that Marie and Bernadette, they've been like, they're on the same wavelength. I couldn't believe it when I opened up these cubes. I was like, really? And then, of course, with the reversible. Marie, I love the board as well. It's fab, isn't it? But yeah, it's... I've even made a teddy, haven't I? Now, I did say about Halloween. Halloween is on the 5th of September. Now, I know I'm getting ahead of myself and I really shouldn't. But I know a lot of people have been asking about Halloween fabrics. And I am tooting my own trumpet here a little bit. But having made Teddy, Sonny, also in the pattern, what's happened here? Also in the paper patterns, there were some other animals. There is a kitten and a dog. So I thought, oh, Halloween cat, that'd be nice. So yesterday I made a cat. Now remember, I'm not used, don't laugh, do laugh, because he does look a little bit deranged. I actually made this and didn't need to unpick it. And there was a lot of difficult bits, like inserting and easing stuff in. You know, I've heard these terms when I've watched Sewing Bee, but I don't do dressmaking. I made that skirt a couple of years ago. Do you remember? Never worn it. Well, anyway, I made Toffee. This is Toffee, the kitten. He looks better from the side. He does look a bit mad from the front. So, but don't look at the fabrics, just look at, yeah, that's it. He does look like a kitten there, doesn't he? With his little tail. But yeah, look, I had to insert things, showing you his bum. And in the back, I had to insert this bit. And that is curved, and that wasn't. And then I had to draw a mouth on him. But look, he's got a decent sized schnozzle. Really say love him. He's got a very firm tail. But yeah, I am really pleased with him. But yeah, this is Halloween, some of the Halloween fabric. But I had to show you him because you're just going to know that I'm making toys from now on. I even had to do darts. I have never done a dart. I followed the instructions religiously because I thought, you cannot get this wrong, Sheridan. It's one chance. I was going to make him in calico, but then I thought, no, have a little bit of trust in yourself. So I did. Look, there's a dart. You have to do darts and stuff. And if you want him to be a bit angry, you can actually pinch his ears down. Now I'm thinking this shape only needs adjusting ever so slightly, and he could quite easily turn into a fox. I thought dart was something you threw. Well, so did I until yesterday, and it said dart, and I thought, blimey. I mean, I haven't darted for anything for years. Anyway, that's Toffee the kitten. Toffee, like bonfire toffee. Because it's near enough Halloween, isn't it? And you go bobbing apples and toffee apples and stuff. So, what time is it? Oh, we're nearly at the 8 o'clock. Let's have a quick recap. So, garden grown. Let's go back to that. Marie's saying I've done so well. Thank you. I was really, really pleased. The fact that I managed to make it, and it's only when you come to stuff it, because you've got literally no idea whether it's right or wrong. When you come to stuff it, you know that it's going to look a bit strange. And he looked all right. Like I said, he does look better from the front, and the pattern, I did realise that she said plushy, so it's supposed to be fuzzy fabric, which probably would make a difference to the way his face looks. And then I did read an instruction that I'd missed where it says reinforce his nose, which meant put a line of stitches over the top of his nose, which would actually give his face a bit more of a cat shape rather than a fox. So I need next time just to put a line of stitches. So that's my fault for getting all excitable. Hey, I'm making a cat. Right, so garden grown. You have got 30 A4 sheets. Normally it's £4.99, £2.49 on offer. Today it's half price, £1.86 if you are in the club. Oh, got some more comments. Hold on. Joan saying, sorry, Miss Good, daughter just arrived, brilliant samples. Thank you for joining me, Joan. It's nice to see you, love. Hello, Jason. How are you? I haven't spoken to you for yonks. So we're just looking at garden grown. In it, you've got 4 sets of toppers, 4 decorative papers, 4 essential papers, 4 solids, and 4 inserts. You've got 1 lot of flowers, 1 leaves, 1 tags, 1 pennants, 1 bows, 1 strip sentiments. You've got 2 lots of alphas, uppercase, lowercase, in 4 colourways. You've got your poetry toppers, 6x6, 6x4 and DL. So you've got absolutely loads to be playing with. That's the card that I put together using the inserts, some fancy paper and a couple of the toppers and a little bit of glitter glue, even though I do need to buy a new one. And then we've got the Sewing Street. So really, So Wild, which is this one, is on Thursday at 9 AM. And then we've got Sunflower Song. Here's the doorstop for Sunflower Song. And that is at 11 AM on Thursday. And let me grab, what have I done with it? Do you know what? It's all, oh, I've got to have a rummage. Bear with. bear with. I am going to demo this. This is our brand new concept. This is the peg bag, which is fully lined with this beautiful fabric. It's got the strap at the top, which you literally just pop that off and then hook it over your washing line, fill it up with your pegs, and there you go. Isn't that just lovely? It reminds me a little bit of a guitar. No, just me then. Or an avocado. An avocado. Could be, couldn't it? Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I won't be here on Friday because we are going out. And, oh, I can't wait. I'm going to a party. Oh, I'm going to put a frock on and some high heels. Well, medium-sized heels because I'm that age. But yeah, I'm going to do my hair and I'm going to put some makeup on. But yeah, so I will be back here next Tuesday at 7 p.m. We'll be putting all the information out on socials as well for you. And if you want to rewatch this, if you've joined late, it is going to be on the group for 30 days. Kevin will also be popping it onto YouTube as well, and it will be flipped, so you'll be able to see everything the right way around instead of looking at me through the forward-facing camera. Marie saying, thanks, Hels. I'll have to record Sewing Street as I'll be on the road. Yeah, have a lovely day on Thursday. Donnie's saying, enjoy the party. Yeah, I'm driving. So I'll be on the Diet Coke. Oh, and then Saturday. Oh, got a lovely day on Saturday. I've got an away game on Saturday. And then Sunday, I've got another party. I'm a social butterfly, darlings. So I'm going to be all over the place. But yeah, join me next Tuesday. Don't forget Sewing Street, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Thursday with Stuart. So there'll be loads of fun and laughter. And in the meantime, have a great week. Enjoy being crafty, and I will see you soon.